Morning.
Daniel from Reuters.
Hi, Daniel from Reuters.
How are you? So how do you see Malaysia's trade performance for the rest of the year or in the third quarter? And how likely is it to be more front-loading before the August 1st deadline for US tariffs? Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we're still on track to reach our target growth. So, in fact, if we look at our target growth around 4 to 5%, that will still be achievable. But the second half of the year, which is already starting now, we are seeing global trade moderating in terms of growth. Yes, you're right, there's front loading in the last 5 months especially, but at the same time, given the August deadline, we expect this to somewhat continue, but I think a lot of it has been done. We are going to issue on Friday the latest trade numbers for June. So you will see those numbers. But what's important, as I mentioned just now, Malaysia trade performance for this year still the expectation, as you know, for 2025, the projection by Bank Negara in terms of trade is expected to be around 5%, yeah, and MOF about 3.9%. So we continue to focus on achieving that target.
Are there any updates on the trade talks last week, especially with the US representative, Seri?
Yep. So we had a good discussion. Myself and our team, together with USTR, Jameson Greer, and the team from the Trade Department. What's happening is that we are now looking at various items on tariff and non-tariff that we can agree on. I've set a deadline for the team, of course, and of course Trump has deadline the 1st of August. We try and conclude even before that if we can. But again, there are issues that we still need time because it involves many agencies and ministries. So we are doing the calculations as well. What is the impact to our export if we agree to certain terms, and what's the impact to our revenue as well, the government revenue, etc. So that's ongoing. We will continue to have another discussion this week, and we'll continue to accelerate that discussion until end of the month. As you know, so far Malaysia and many other countries are having difficulties in terms of meeting that deadline set earlier, but we try and meet this new deadline, 1st of August, but not at the expense of agreeing to every request, because some of the requests we feel may not be fair to Malaysia.
What are the terms that are still difficult, like unfair, as you said? Are there any additional terms from the US then?
Well, the terms negotiations are, there are no new terms, but of course there are concerns on non-tariff issues. We've addressed one of that through the Strategic Trade Act, where we have now put one item in the list. But on issues where we cannot move, which is a red line, again, I've signed the NDA, but I can share with you some of the issues are related to equity interests. In certain sectors, as you know, Malaysia have equity restriction for foreign shareholders for certain sectors. So there's a request for us to relook or liberalise those sectors. Many countries also are being asked to do the same. So for us, we need to consult those industries whether we are ready to liberalise those equity shareholding restriction. Especially when it comes to foreign equity restrictions that we have for many sectors. Some sectors are fully liberalised. I think KSU also know manufacturing sector, nearly every sector is already liberalised, but some strategic sectors, they still have equity limits for foreign shareholders.
Which sectors are
I think you know. There's all they want to liberalise all sectors.
all?
Yeah. So if you are in, a country, a sovereign country, and for strategic interest, you're willing to do that, right? So we need to study that carefully. What's the impact?